go. And we're just getting started. We're giving people a chance to come into the room, and the room is filling up. There's a lot of people in the room, a lot of people on YouTube. And there we go. And we got that. So we can now just put that over here. Okay, and we are all set up and ready to go. Everything is working. And welcome to Discoveries in Health. This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst, Master Herbalist, Chartered Herbalist, Master of Herbology, Ordained Minister, and Certified Bishop. And what we do here on Discoveries in Health every Thursday is we discuss natural remedies. And one of the discussions we are going to have today will be about a problem that affects infants, and it's a problem that in adults is usually called colitis. And what this is called, it's something that I need to go over here and pull up and take a look at. And we're going to talk about, I'm looking for it here, the scriptures, necrotizing enterocolitis. So this affects infants. It's called necrotizing enterocolitis. And it's something we haven't talked about before, but we're going to talk about that today. That's one of the topics that we will be talking about. And of course, we don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. We talk about natural remedies and we describe them. We do the research and we look things up and we read you the latest research and information regarding topics that no one else is discussing, like necrotizing enterocolitis. So that's what we do here. And in a few moments, we'll be opening up the microphones, and we'll be opening up the microphones and getting an opening prayer from Prophet Elijah out there in Pike Road, Alabama, at the Word of Life Ministry. And Prophet Elijah's telephone number is 334-868-3881. That's Prophet Elijah, 334-868-3881 is his telephone number. He'll be joining us shortly, and we'll be prevailing upon him to get an opening prayer. And at the end of the broadcast, we will get a closing prayer. So that is his telephone number. It is 334-868-3881. And let's go over to, let's give you my telephone number. My telephone number is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. And that's my phone number. The email address to reach me is Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. herbalhealthreview.com is the website where all my work is published. Hundreds of reports, hundreds and hundreds of videos that will help people understand all about natural remedies. There's a free herbal course. There is so much information on that website, herbalhealthreview.com. And my email is Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. Please email me, please call me, 503-362-5899. And let's get started here. Oh, by the way, when you're up on that website, be sure to fill out that member intake form. That will get you a consultation and some original research information regarding any topic that you want to suggest. And again, we do not prescribe, we do not diagnose. What we do here is we discuss natural remedies. So if you have an issue that's a personal issue, please don't ask about my problem or my this or my that. Let's just talk about a problem, a situation, a herb, a natural health disorder. We're not prescribing or diagnosing for people. It's against the law in the United States, and we don't break the law. We try not to anyway. It's getting more difficult not to these days for a lot of people. Let's get over to Prophet Elijah and get an opening prayer. Prophet Elijah, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here. And how are you today?
I am blessed. And I know that you are blessed as well, my brother. Is that so, my friend?
Yes, sir. I'm contagiously blessed. So contagiously go out and destroy all the things that the demonic spirits will try to tempt us from receiving.
Yes, yes, I agree. So can we have an opening prayer, sir? And then we'd like to hear what's on your mind today.
Yes, sir. It's coming from Proverbs chapter 21, verse 2, 16 and 30. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Most High God ponders the heart. The man that wanders out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. There's no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Most High God. I bind any and all demonic forces, and I loose the blood of Jesus. Father, I ask that you speak through my vocal cords and think through my mind, all of you and none of me. In the name of Jesus and in the power of the Most High God, Dr. Burris and I, Prophet Elijah, shatter all barriers, blockages, dark forces, and barricades. We declare that we are advancing to the high calling and to the purpose and the plan of the Most High. We are advancing in the region, this region of Texas, and in every region all around the world. We are promoting and proclaiming that Jesus Christ is King of Kings and that the kingdom of the Most High God has come. He is king over every region in this earth. His kingdom is at hand. We take authority over every demonic stronghold and break the cords and bands of the wickedness in high places that will set itself against Discoveries in Health, Good Shepherd Ministries, Better Health Herbs, Word of Life Ministries, and the ears of the listeners. We shake the evil out of that illegal place and take our rightful seat of authority and power. We take authority over satanic altars. We stand in the spirit of Elijah the prophet, and we decree and declare a clarion call to the Most High God that answers by fire. We decree that the fire destroy every evil satanic altar in the mighty name of Jesus. So be it.
So be it. Thank you for that glorious prayer. And what is on your mind today, sir?
What's on my mind today is we got to be set free from the poisonous of wrong thoughts. Freedom from poisonousness and wrong thoughts. And it says in scripture, Father, set a guard over my lips today and search my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. See if there's any evil in me and lead me in the way of everlasting. Did you know that it takes 21 days to break a habit? Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing the word all over again until you receive. But how can people call on him for help if they are not yet believed? And how can they believe if one they're not yet heard of? How can they hear the message of life if there is no one there to proclaim it? It says in Romans 10:14, providing there's anything in life that displeases you, ask the Father to remove it in Jesus' name. Father, I ask for circumcision hearts, circumcised hearts to be received and to cause desires and words to line up with your words in Jesus' name. Imagination is more important than knowledge, and knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. What occupies your mind determines what eventually fills your mouth. Your outer world showcases all that has dominated and at times subjugated your inner world. Are you aware of the true meaning of the things you are speaking out of your mouth? As the prophet Hosea remarked, each one of us must take responsibility for what we say and speak. We are the sum total of every choice or let happen. If do not worry, so you have found that 70% of disease is psychosomatic. What does that mean? The word psychic means the mind, and soma is the body. This is not to say that 70% of disease are not real, but rather that the origin of disease are not found in a physical cause. Many are known to be spiritual. The origin in nature first occurs in the mind. As a person begins to harbor and foster negative thoughts in the mind, these manifest into the body. Thoughts have the ability to make us well or to poison the body. Negative thoughts weakens the immune system and poison the bloodstream. If you are not careful, you can begin to develop negative thoughts toward other people without understanding that while these thoughts have absolutely no effect on the other person whatsoever, they do affect you. True freedom
I'm sorry, folks. We're having some problems with the audio here coming from Prophet Elijah. He's been cutting out a little bit, cutting out and cutting back in again. Are you there, Prophet Elijah?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We hear you. It's just that from time to time, it was what you were saying, it was cutting out on you. Just wanted to let you know that, but
Okay.
it appears to be working fine at this moment.
True freedom is found. We bind the devil up because we don't want the message to get to the people to hear. That's what that is. We know what it is. True freedom is found when it is the Most High God who is in control, not people, events or circumstances that are taking place right now. This attitude frees us from animosity, hatred, aggravation, ill will, sickness, grief, sorrow, pain, and suffering. All the things that poison and destroys your emotion, your mind, and your physical body. Just as our thoughts can make us ill, they can also help us to heal disease and sickness such as skin disease, diabetes, breast cancer, arthritis, headache, and severe burns. Jesus taught in the book of Mark that whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Today is a good day to begin to pray in faith, to see yourself resting in the Most High God for a positive outcome, to start to change your life as you get freedom from positive thoughts. Father, I ask that you make everyone today aware of the power of their words. Allow their season of frustration and disappointments to be over. Show them how to guard their tongue so that their life may change for the better. Let their words be more than motivation. Let them be life-caring. Right now, ask the Father to enlarge your capacity for thinking and to take the limits off your mind. The living word of life, the living word of life. I said the living word of life will even penetrate into the very core of your being. It interprets and reveals the true thoughts and secret motives of the heart. The power of the spoken word is one of the life's greatest mysteries. All you will ever be accomplish hinges on how you choose to govern what comes out of your mouth. By what you allow to occupy your mind and mouth can either bless your life to get to great heights of success are sending it orbiting into realms of sickness, failure, sadness, depression, anxiety, oppression, and discontent. Let your words renew your mind and transform the way you live and think. By controlling your thoughts, we control our actions, and by controlling our actions, we shape our life and overcome. So be it, Dr. Burke.
So be it. In Jesus Christ's name, so be it. Thank you for sharing, that with us. Did you have anything more to share before we go to the microphones and ask anybody if they have any questions or topics or suggestions today?
Well, no, the only thing I wanted to share with you when you're saying that the voice of what I was saying wasn't coming out, that's just because the enemy knew what I was talking about today. He made sure that he was attempting to make sure that people didn't hear what I was saying. That's all that was.
And we get that a lot. You see it happening to me constantly. I see it happening to you constantly. That's how important what we're sharing is. That it would be interrupted, people would try to stop us. People would say, "Oh, you're not allowed on our tech website or whatever because we don't like what we don't believe that you have the right to say, that you love Jesus Christ or something like that." And there's a lot of that going on these days.
Yes, but see, the thing where we have the people have to understand, we have to thank the Father for releasing our voice to be able to use it. And so every demon that has come against our voice, we have to rebuke it in the name of Jesus. You cannot kill my voice. You cannot steal my voice. You cannot hinder my voice. Every spirit that has attacked my voice, I rebuke you. My voice is loose in the name of Jesus. No one can stop that.
A big amen on that. Okay, my brother. You know what? Let's go to the microphones then, and let's see what folks have to say. And folks, Prophet Elijah will be making comments along the way, I hope, and anyone else will be making comments along the way here, because this is an open discussion. Your comments, your suggestions, your topics, what you want to talk about. This is what this is all about. So we're going to get started now, and how you can let me know what you would like to talk about is by pressing the star key on your telephone 2 times. That opens your microphone. That means you have a suggestion as to what we should talk about. And I see a microphone open over there in North Carolina. And what is your suggested topic, or what would you like to say, sir, or madam?
How you doing, Doc? Could you talk about these 2 herbs, Chlorella and Spirulina?
Talk about the super green foods, Chlorella, Spirulina. I will do that, sir. Okay.
All right, Doc.
All right. Thank you for making that suggestion. If there's anybody else, we're going to talk about Chlorella. We're going to talk about Spirulina. I have to have Chlorella or Spirulina every day. That is my energy food. That is super duper food. Chlorella, Spirulina. So we're going to get into that a little bit more. But let's take the topic that was suggested first. And if there's any other topics, we're going to take those. Here we go, down in New York area. What is your question, topic, or suggestion?
Hi, giving praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
Truman. This is Sonia.
Yes, Sonia.
I texted you the other day.
Yes.
So I want to talk about, like we stated, the mandated COVID vaccine and how to clear. Like I said, I do have a choice, but to an extent, I need my job, raising kids. So what to do to help the system after the 2 series of shots? All
right, we're going to talk about vaccinations, which is pretty much a forbidden topic these days.
Yeah.
You get kicked off of websites and Facebooks and places like that if you're talking about these kinds of topics. So we're going to talk about it. we just have to talk about these things. People want to hear about it. We're going to talk about it. And that's what we do. This is still America. We still have some freedom of speech here in America. We have to be very cautious what words we say, what we do, and so forth, because there are so many different people who can be offended. No matter what you say, the people can be offended by it because they don't like what you say. They don't agree with what you say, and they have a different concept of what reality is. And because you don't believe in their concept of reality, then you're supposed to not be able to talk about it. You know what? I don't think that's right. Anyway, let's talk about, so let's go ahead and talk about necrotizing enterocolitis. So when we're talking about that, let's bring it up here. Let's bring up that topic. And when you're talking about that, I am, it can be in an adult as well as a child, but usually it's an infant problem. So, and no one disclosed to me whether it was an infant or an adult. So we're gonna say that it's for an infant, although the remedy is very similar for an adult as well. And that the remedy is probiotics. And the top benefits in foods and supplements that have probiotics. You keep hearing about all the time. And so is 1 billion or 1 million, what is the correct dosage of these probiotics? We're going to find out here as we go along. Okay, first of all, whether you're looking to help your immune function, decrease disease risk, or simply improve your overall health, probiotics can make a worthy addition to your daily routine. My daily routine includes a lot of probiotics. And not only that, but some people, including billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates, he even believes that probiotics could hold the key to ending malnutrition across the globe someday. Okay. And what are probiotics? Well, nestled inside your gut are trillions of live microorganisms that make up your microbiome. Many of these bacterial cells are considered good bacteria and help support immune function, enhance nutrient absorption, and aid in the synthesis of key neurotransmitters and other compounds. Probiotics are a type of organism that can help boost the amount of beneficial bacteria in your stomach, in your gut. These probiotics are found in supplements, foods such as tempeh, natto, and miso, and probiotic drinks such as kombucha. That's how I get some of mine, and I get some from all of these type of things, except for the tempeh, because it's made with soy, and I don't eat soy, and you shouldn't either. Now, what are probiotics? Probiotics are live bacteria that line the digestive tract and support your body's ability to absorb nutrients and fight infection. Your body contains about the same number of gut bacteria molecules as it does cells for the rest of your whole body. So it's no wonder your gut is so important to your health. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health calls probiotics live microorganisms. and in most cases, bacteria that are similar to beneficial microorganisms found in the human gut. The Center for Complementary Integrative Health, NCCIH, makes the point that we often think of bacteria as harmful germs. However, probiotic bacteria actually helps the body function properly. Your skin and digestive systems alone host about 2,000 different types of bacteria. Probiotics benefits have been proven effective in supporting immune function, reducing inflammation, promoting healthy digestion, as well as maintaining beautiful skin, especially when combined with prebiotics. Your good gut bacteria is also responsible for producing vitamin B12, butyrate, and vitamin K2, crowding out the bad microbes in your stomach. The bad microbes is crowding them out and creating enzymes that destroy harmful bacteria, stimulating secretion of IgA and regulatory T cells, which support immune function. Probiotics are in our systems from the moments we are born. When a newborn is in the birth canal of the mother during delivery, the baby is exposed to the live bacteria of his or her mother for the first time. This event starts a chain of events inside the baby's gastrointestinal tract, and the infant's GI tract starts to produce good bacteria. Historically, people had plenty of probiotics in their diets from eating fresh foods, which was come from good soil, and by fermenting foods to keep them from spoiling. Today, however, because of the refrigeration and agricultural practices, like soaking our foods with chlorine, much of our food contains little to no probiotics in the name of sanitation. Actually, many foods contain dangerous antibiotics that kill off the good bacteria in our bodies. Health benefits. Improved digestive health. The first major benefit of probiotics is as a promoter of good digestive health. According to a meta-analysis conducted by Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia, probiotics are generally beneficial in treatment and prevention of gastrointestinal diseases. When choosing to use probiotics in the treatment or prevention of gastrointestinal disease, the type of disease and probiotic species or strain of bacteria are the most important factors to take into consideration. Eating foods rich in good bacteria and using probiotic supplements may help provide protection from inflammatory bowel diseases, including ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease. And the evidence is stronger, however, for an improvement in ulcerative colitis, while Crohn's disease may not benefit as greatly. In addition, there is ongoing research studying the role of probiotics in gluten issues, including celiac disease. Large bodies of evidence suggest that probiotics are effective against several forms of diarrhea, including antibiotic-associated diarrhea, acute diarrhea, traveler's diarrhea, infectious diarrhea, and other associated diarrhea symptoms. They also help with constipation relief. Probiotics have also been found in meta-analyses to reduce the pain and severity of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, the IBS symptoms. And it aids in the eradication of H. pylori, which causes ulcers. And it also treats pouchitis, 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 a condition that occurs after the surgical removal of the large intestine and rectum. It also helps decrease the antibiotic resistance. The World Health Organization considers antibiotic resistance one of the biggest threats to global health. Food security and development today, that's what they stated. And of course, the bacteria become resistant in antibiotics due to the overuse of prescription antibiotics and the lack of diversity in these medications and improper use of antibiotics. By using probiotics, it's possible to help rebuild a poor variety of gut bacteria, often seen after a course of taking antibiotics, and prevent antibiotic-associated gut issues. In addition, probiotic supplements and foods may increase the effectiveness of antibiotics and help prevent the bacteria in your body from becoming resistant. And probiotics may fight mental illness. The second brain of the gut has been a major point in research since scientists have discovered the importance of the gut-brain connection. A review in 2015, it highlighted the complex interactions between the gut and the brain, stating various gut-brain interactions seem to influence the pathogenesis of a number of disorders in which inflammation is implicated, such as mood disorder, autism spectrum disorders, attention deficit hypersensitivity disorder, multiple sclerosis, and obesity. So we need to discuss the need for psychobiotics, probiotics that impact the brain function. Those are psychobiotics. In handling the development of these conditions, this anti-inflammatory quality is what seems to interest researchers most. While no studies have been conducted in humans, early research suggests that in animals, probiotic supplements may alleviate symptoms of anxiety by reducing the inflammation along this gut-brain connection. Probiotics benefits seem to include a reduction in depression symptoms. According to a 2016 meta-analysis, the first review of its kind, taking probiotics might also help reduce rehospitalizations from manic episodes for those with manic depression. A slightly more surprising result, however, seems to be the way that probiotics may impact some of the symptoms of autism. Autism and gut health have been discussed for some time, as patients with the disorder typically suffer from a large number of digestive issues. However, based on animal studies, it seems possible that altering the quality of gut bacteria might benefit not only the digestive system, but the abnormal behaviors in autism as well. In 2016, a case study of a boy with severe autism was reported while being treated with probiotics for digestive disorders. The patient spontaneously improved on the ADOS scale, a diagnostic rating system for people with autism. The score dropped from 20 down to 3 points to a stable 17. And according to the report, ADOS scores do not fluctuate spontaneously along time and are absolutely stable. Because the results like those that we just talked about, many studies are currently underway to determine if probiotic supplements may improve not only the GI, gastrointestinal symptoms seen in autism, but also on the core deficits of the disorder, on cognitive and language development, and on brain function and connectivity. Boost immunity. Both probiotics and prebiotics are a continuing topic of research regarding immunity. When used in conjunction, scientists refer to them as collectively as synbiotics, SYNBIOTICS, synbiotics. One 2015 review on the subject stated, we suggest that LAB and bifidobacteria and novel strains of probiotics might be an additional or supplementary therapy and may have potential for preventing a wide scope of immunity-related diseases due to anti-inflammatory effect. Because chronic inflammation is at the root of many diseases and health conditions, the fact that probiotics exert this effect in the gut, where 80% of the immune system lies, is crucial. I'm going to say that again. 80% of your immune system lies in your gut. The immune boosting benefits of probiotics seem to be particularly helpful for the quality of life of seniors. Currently, research is underway to test whether probiotics can reduce inflammation and improve gut immune health in HIV-positive individuals who haven't yet undergone treatment. Healthy skin. Many avenues of research have examined probiotics benefit for the skin, especially in children. Meta-analyses have found that probiotic supplements are effective in the prevention of pediatric atopic dermatitis and infant eczema. The integrity of gut bacteria is also connected to the development of acne, although the way this happens is still unclear. They don't know how it happens, or how that works. The skin benefits of probiotics seem also to be connected to the reduction of inflammation seen in healthy gut bacteria. LCASI is a particular strain of probiotic which can reduce antigen-specific skin inflammation. Indeed, Research suggests that having a balanced gut environment has benefits for both healthy and diseased human skin. Food allergy protection. Did you know that infants with poor gut bacteria are more likely to develop allergies over the first 2 years of their life? The reason probiotics can help reduce food allergy symptoms in particular is most likely due to their abilities to reduce chronic inflammation in the gut and regulate immune responses in adults as well as children. And it may treat serious diseases in infants. Two dangerous diseases in newborns: necrotizing enterocolitis, NEC, and neonatal sepsis may meet their match with well-designed probiotic supplements. Both of these conditions are common in premature babies and are most dangerous in low birth weight and very low birth weight infants. Research has confirmed that when a pregnant mother takes high-quality probiotics during pregnancy, her baby is significantly less likely to develop either NEC or sepsis, particularly when the baby is breastfed after birth and mom is still taking supplements, and or when probiotics are added to the formula. A probiotic supplement with multiple bacterial strains seems to be the most effective in these cases. And one review of the probiotics benefits for necrotizing enterocolitis was bold enough to say the results confirm the significant benefits of probiotic supplements in reducing death and disease in preterm neonates. The evidence indicate that additional placebo-controlled trials are unnecessary if a suitable probiotic product is available. Regarding sepsis, in developing countries where it is overwhelmingly more common, a 2017 randomized controlled trial says that a large number of these cases could be effectively prevented if mothers are given a symbiotic probiotic and prebiotic together that contains the probiotic strain L. plantarum, L. plantarum, L-PLANTARUM, L. plantarum, and lowering blood pressure. A large analysis reviewed available research and determined that probiotics help lower blood pressure by improving lipid profiles, reducing insulin resistance, regulating renin levels, a protein and enzyme secreted by the kidneys in the lower to lower blood pressure, which is always why that when people have high blood pressure, I'm always working on the kidneys. And they say, well, why are you working on the kidneys? I got high blood pressure. What does that got to do with anything? Because the kidneys have a lot to do with high blood pressure. And when you work on the kidneys, it does lower blood pressure. And if you know about that protein and enzyme that's secreted by the kidneys, that actually lowers blood pressure. And also probiotics are activating oxidants, antioxidants. The antioxidants, and researchers consider them valuable prospects in the treatment of high blood pressure because their side effects are generally minimal or non-existent. These effects are most pronounced in people who already have hypertension, high blood pressure, and improve when the subject consumes multiple probiotic strains for at least 8 weeks or more in supplements containing 100 billion or more colony forming units. 100 billion, that's a lot. That's a very powerful probiotic. So probiotics may fight diabetes. Several large-scale studies and 2 meta-analyses have confirmed that probiotics should be a major consideration in determining the natural treatment for diabetes. In a massive study involving almost 200,000 subjects and a total of 15,156 cases of type 2 diabetes, researchers confirmed that a higher intake of probiotic-rich yogurt reduced the risk of developing diabetes. And I'm not a yogurt eater. I'm not a dairy eater. So, but that's what they did. That's what they used. And according to a 2014 meta-analysis, probiotics benefit diabetics by improving their insulin sensitivity and decreasing the autoimmune response found in diabetes. The authors suggest that the results were significant enough to conduct large randomized controlled trials, the gold standard of scientific studies, to find if probiotics may actually be used to prevent or manage diabetic symptoms. Combining probiotics with prebiotics may also help manage blood sugar, particularly when blood sugar levels are already elevated. And probiotics may improve non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, which affects 80 million to 100 million people in the United States alone. And it's characterized by a fatty buildup in the liver, NAFLD, stands for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it can be eventually, this NAFLD can eventually lead to cirrhosis, ending in liver failure or death for some patients. A 2013 meta-analysis of studies on probiotics and NAFLD found that using probiotics can improve a number of important factors for patients with the disease, leading the study authors to state that modulation of the gut microbiota represents a new treatment for NAFLD. And there's a related topic called oleosaccharides and oligosaccharides, are the prebiotics that support heart and gut. Let's talk about types. There are many types of probiotics on the market, each of which varies based on numerous factors such as stability, strain, diversity, and CFU count. Typically, there are 2 main species of probiotics, including bifidobacteria, and lactobacillus. In addition to being the most widely available in both probiotic foods and supplements, those two species have also been extensively studied for their beneficial effects on the immune function and the digestive health and weight loss and more. There are also many specific strains of probiotics, each of which has been shown to benefit specific health conditions. Some of the best strains are Bacillus coagulans, Bacillus subtilis, Bifidobacterium bifidum, Bifidus causi, C-L-A-U-S-I, clausi, Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus fermentum, the Lactobacillus reuteri, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus gasseri, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus spirogens, Saccharomyces boulardii. Some of these strains are some of the best probiotics for dogs as well. Let's not leave out the family dog, because some of these strains are among the best probiotics for dogs. So now, how to use. Note that the probiotics benefit of one probiotic strain may be completely different from the health benefits seen from another probiotic. So if you want to use probiotics to address a specific health concern, it's vital to select the right probiotic for the right condition, or you can consume a wide range of probiotics in your food to be covered, which is what I do. I just have a wide range of probiotics. When reading a probiotic label, it should reveal the genus, species, and strain of the probiotic. The product, usually in capsules or probiotics pills, should also give you the colony forming units. Colony forming units is the CFUs at the time of manufacturing. So it's going to give you the strength. Also, the majority of probiotics can die under heat. So knowing the company had proper storing and cooling of the facility is also important. There are 7 specific things you want to consider when buying a probiotic supplement. Brand quality. Look for reputable, established dietary supplement brands with readily available customer reviews. You want a high CFU count. Probiotic dosage is measured in colony forming units, or CFUs. Ideally, you should aim for at least 5 to 10 billion CFUs per day for children, and 10 to 20 billion CFUs each day for adults. However, the recommended dosage may vary based on the individual health concerns. And so to discuss, you want to discuss that with your health professional for personalized guidance as needed. And the survivability and strain diversity. Look for the strains like Bacillus coagulans and Saccharomyces boulardii and Bacillus subtilis and Lactobacillus plantarum and Bacillus clausi and other cultures or formulas that ensure probiotics make it to the gut and are able to colonize. prebiotics and supplementary ingredients for probiotic bacteria to grow. They also need prebiotics. High quality probiotic supplements have both high quality probiotic supplements have both prebiotics and other ingredients designed to support digestion and immunity. Examples of these ingredients are preferably fermented flaxseed, chia seed, kahua. Kahua is, I don't know if I can say this, kahua seed, astragalus, ashwagandha, hemp seed, pumpkin seed, milk thistle, peas, ginger, mung bean, and turmeric. These are all prebiotics, and I get them in my. And these seeds are so important. That's why we're always saying seed, milk thistle seed, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, quinoa seeds, astragalus, ashwagandha, hemp seed. These are all prebiotics. Stability in organism types. Some of these, some probiotic strains, they need to be kept cold in order to preserve their potency. This applies to their production, transport, storage, and sales. They need to be kept cool, very cool or cold. Others are shelf stable and don't require refrigeration. Unfortunately, most refrigerated probiotics never make it past the stomach because they aren't stable. Instead, look for a shelf-stable product that contains soil-based organisms. Sugar is not a good food source for probiotics. Prebiotics are the food source meant to keep probiotics alive. A symbiotic is a dietary supplement that contains both prebiotics and probiotics. The best symbiotics contain healthy plant starches and fiber. Living versus dead. Living versus dead. Live and active cultures are a better bet than made with active cultures. So if it's live and active cultures, that's very good. It's much better than made with active cultures on the label. After fermentation, the product may be heat treated, which kills off both good and bad bacteria, extending shelf life. So when is the best time to take a probiotic? Most sources typically recommend taking your probiotic first thing in the morning, about 15 to 30 minutes before breakfast. This ensures that your probiotic supplement is able to reach your digestive tract quickly without getting stuck in the stomach behind your morning meal. And there's other topics that are related to this article, fulvic acid, the benefits of fulvic acid. It's used to improve gut, skin, and brain health. These things, the probiotics, the fulvic acid, these are already listed in my Make Lifestyle Changes report that I'm always talking about. I'm always saying, get on that Make Lifestyle Changes report. Guess what? It's talking about, it's telling you to use fulvic acid. It's telling you to use a good, strong prebiotic supplement. called 1050, 10 different strains, 50 billion in CFUs. In addition to probiotic supplements, you can also try adding more probiotic foods into your diet. It'll help to optimize your gut health. Fermented foods and foods that are added probiotics are a great option to help you get your daily dose. Some of the best probiotic foods include tempeh, miso, natto, N-A-T-T-O, natto, kombucha, raw cheese. And let's not use cow cheese. Let's use goat cheese. It's going to be healthier and more nutritious. Kefir. Let's use goat, not cow. Probiotic yogurt. Again, let's use goat, not cow. Kimchi, pickles, sauerkraut. These are all probiotic foods. Keep in mind that these probiotic foods should be low in sugar and in added sugar. If you really don't want a product that's got any sugar in it. If it is, the maker really doesn't know what he's doing. Anyway, but this article is very kind, and it said it should be low in added sugar. It shouldn't have any. Preservatives and extra ingredients. It shouldn't have any of those. No preservatives, no extra ingredients. If you really want to, get the most out of your product. Even if you're consuming the best probiotic drink or the best probiotic yogurt, it may not contain the same health benefits if it's highly processed and pumped full of additives. Need some inspiration to help get you going? Well, there's some of the things you can. There's some recipes here that I can send you for a miso soup with mushrooms and a Thai curry kelp noodles recipe and a pineapple kombucha recipe. Those are some things that let's talk about the risks and the side effects. All probiotics aren't created equally. Not all strains have beneficial effects. And it's important to do your research before starting a new supplement. And as always, all new supplements regimens should be conducted under the supervision of a health professional. Prebiotic side effects can sometimes include diarrhea if you take too much, too fast. You can start with a smaller amount, like 1 tablespoon of kefir or 1 probiotic capsule a day, and work your way up if you're just getting into eating probiotic foods or taking dietary supplements. One very rare side effect of probiotics seen in cancer patients is sepsis. This is an extremely rare occurrence. Overall, most studies have found that probiotics are associated with very low or very few side effects, probiotic side effects, and a large number of benefits. Final thoughts on the subject. Natural probiotics are bacteria in your digestive tract that support the immune system and help reduce chronic inflammation, potentially impacting the development of a large number of diseases, because so much of your health begins in the complex microbiome of the gut. Proper balance of your gut bacteria is crucial to overall health. You can incorporate probiotics into your routine by eating more sour and fermented foods, feeding your gut bacteria with insoluble fiber in high fiber foods, and even by taking a high quality probiotic supplement in order to take advantage of the probiotics benefits. Probiotic side effects are rare, but always use caution when starting any new supplements. And that's it for necrotizing
Dr. Bird,
enterocolitis. Yes, go ahead.
Dr. Bird,
Yes, sir.
yes, this is Prophet Elijah.
Yes, yes, Prophet Elijah.
I just want to compliment you on what you covered on necrotizing enterocolitis, because many people is not aware of this, that the NEC cases, the complete destruction of intestinal tissues causes intestinal preparation to stool spillage over to the infant's abdomen to destroy him. But now, this can result, in many cases, death. Now, but the number of studies have found that premature infants fed cow's milk based formulas are at a significant greater risk of developing NEC. All those studies have shown that exclusive human milk based, that's talking about mother's breast milk, traditionally formula companies do not warn about the potential impacts on babies. Now, since 2014, human milk-based formulas and fortifiers have been available, but traditional formula manufacturers continue to make their products using cow's milk. Now, you talked about this because in the immune system, one of the main benefits of goat's milk is that it doesn't cause inflammation. It's easier for people with bowel inflammation to drink. So goat's milk instead of cow's milk. So we're talking about here that to support the metabolism and increase the ability to metabolize iron and copper, especially among individuals with digestive and absorptive limitations. The main benefit of the goat's milk is how closely it resembles the mother's breast milk. That's why it's talking about the human milk base. We're talking about breast milk because it has chemical composition that is much closer to human milk than cow's milk. It is easier to digest, assimilate in the human body, and the babies need this in order for them not to have affecting of their intestinal wall, as you were talking about today. So I had to interject that on you. None of that comes from the cow's milk that our company is still pushing because they know the human milk and the goat's milk will eliminate this.
Yes, and that's why we previously in our broadcast, we were talking about the value of goat's milk and the problem with cow's milk. So yeah, that just this topic that we spoke of today, that goes right in line with the fact that we really need to stop drinking and using cow's milk and cow's dairy products and use a goat's milk, because it's so nourishing and it's not and anti-inflammatory, and it has all these benefits, and cow's milk has all these side effects. So yes,
and that's what's irritating the guts of our baby.
that's right.
And the parents not even aware of what's going on in the baby. They put the baby on the shoulder and pat him on the back from the birth, not realizing the baby is receiving bloatness from all that mucus that's coming from the cow's milk versus the goat's milk, which does not create mucus whatsoever, not 1 ounce of mucus.
Yep. Yeah. We were never meant to drink cow's milk at any age, infants or adults. Never meant to. And historically, traditionally, it was always goat's milk. And then we got away from it. And now we're pretty much stuck. Go ahead.
That's when they got away from it because they knew they could make more money. It's all about money. It's not about caring about your health.
Exactly.
They realized they can make more money with the cow, because the cow is much bigger than a goat.
That's
but
right.
At the same time, they're not thinking about the human being. They're not thinking about the human person. They think about, the Bible says, ill-gotten gain. All they think about ill-gotten gain, how I can make the money as fast as I can. I don't care who dies.
Yep, there
And
you
so we
are.
as parents, we need to think about the children versus cow's milk, because it is destroying us and have already destroyed us and leaching out everything that's in our bodies that need to have. So the herbs that you put in there, when taking the cow's milk, it attempts to deplete the herbs, and the herbs trying to fight against all the odds every day. But the lack of knowledge, we will perish. And that's why the knowledge that you're bringing forth is vital and imperative in the time we're in right now.
Absolutely, my friend. And that's why we do this. We're spirit filled and spirit led, and that's where we're, and this is what we're spirit filled and spirit led to do.
Yes, sir. I had to share that, I had to comment with you on that, because many people listening not even aware, because they've been so accustomed to the traditions, they don't want to change the thought of using cow's milk because they're comfortable with that. But you have to think about what is the most valuable for the human being that you're bringing up. Is it about the cow's milk? Is it about the money? Are you thinking about bringing a baby up to be healthy and whole? That's it.
There you go. All right. Thank you for that, sir. And folks, if you have a question, a topic, or a suggestion, we've got a couple here. We were supposed to talk about chlorella and spirulina. So let's go ahead and get to that. And if anybody has another topic or suggestion, then after that, we're going to talk about the forbidden topic. What should you do if you have to have that, you're mandated to take the vaccination, and if you don't, you're going to lose your job or whatever it is they're threatening you with. These are the times that we live in. And what do you do? How do you build yourself up so that you can survive that shot that they're going to give you? They're going to pump all this stuff into you that are chemicals that your body that is killing people. It's killing people. It's maiming people. It's making people sick, and they don't even really know what's going to happen next, because it's all a brand new thing, and the people are the guinea pigs. And it's not working out for a whole lot of them. And that's the reports I continue to get back. And I'm not supposed to say anything like this on the air. That's right. Because you know, now the establishment is going to be angry with me, and maybe I'll get kicked off of some platform or something because they don't agree with what, you know, with what we're talking about. We're not allowed to discuss this. Looks like we're going to do it anyway. All right, so let's continue here. Let's get right to the spirulina and the chlorella. Let's talk about that, and let's get out of this topic, and let's go find out about. Let's find out about spirulina. Okay, benefit. I'm going to take chlorella first. Chlorella, okay, benefits of both. There we go. So chlorella and spirulina, let's talk about them. And let's see what it says here. And of all the colorful supplement powders and pills out there, two of the most memorable ones are chlorella and spirulina. Both have a deep green hue, and spirulina has a bright blue offering about it as well. It's kind of a bright blue sheen to that deep green hue. And both have had their share of attention as more and more people learn about their unique and powerful health benefits. And that's why over 30 years ago, I created a chlorella, spirulina, barley grass, wheatgrass, alfalfa powder, olive leaf extract, and seaweed in a powder form. And that is the most energizing thing I've ever created. It's available in a liquid, it's available in a powder. And you get it from Better Health Herbs over there in Houston, Texas. And their telephone number is 541-791-8400. It's Health and Herbs in Houston, Texas. And I don't get anything from the sale of any product. No product. I'm not selling any product at all, but that's where you get the best organic. That's the formulation I created, and all the formulas I created, Health and Herbs makes them. And their phone number is 541-791-8400. And their email address, probably easier to reach them by email for the next 3 or 4 weeks while they're moving. And their email address is healthherbs31@gmail.com. Healthherbs31, healthherbs31@gmail.com. Healthherbs31@gmail.com. That's Health and Herbs. And that's where to get the best of the spirulina. I call it super green. When I invented that formulation, I called it super green foods. I don't know what they're calling it today. Let's go find out. Super green. It's still the same of it. Super green. Yeah, still called super green foods. Number 4486. There it is. Chlorella, spirulina, barley grass, wheatgrass, green kamut from Egypt, which is higher, and Egyptian alfalfa, all much higher in nutrients than anywhere else. And the alfalfa, and then it's got dulse and kelp and olive leaf extract and a little bit of white stevia to give it some flavor and a little sweetness. There's some green tea in there also, and a little bit of coffee bean, and you can get it as vegetable capsules. You can get it as a green food, then it's going to contain all of the chlorella, spirulina, barley grass, wheatgrass, alfalfa, dulse leaf, Atlantic kelp, kelp algae. It's going to have olive leaf, white stevia, and green tea leaf, and astragalus root, and beetroot, and ginkgo leaf in it. And that's the super green food. And that comes as a liquid or as as a powder. But fantastic product. If I don't get that in my diet, I notice, my energy level goes from 100 down to 50, and I'm only half as powerful as I want to be. But if I get that super green food, either as a liquid or as a powder, and I got so much energy, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the next thing that's gonna happen next, because I'm ready for it, because I got the energy to deal with whatever's coming next. Chlorella and spirulina, totally awesome. They are chlorella and spirulina are types of single-celled microalgae. So they're in the same family as seaweed. Okay, but as the micro classification suggests, they're smaller molecules than seaweed. And like so many colorful plant foods, these microalgae can thank their phytochemical content in their blockbuster colors. More specifically, the credit goes to chlorophyll, a natural green pigment critical to photosynthesis, but also linked with numerous health benefits. The similarities between chlorella and spirulina don't end there. For instance, they're both a surprising source of vegetarian protein, containing about 4 grams per tablespoon. What's more, their protein is complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which is hard to find in vegetarian food. Beyond protein, both chlorella and spirulina are a good source of several other essential nutrients, including vitamins B1, B2, folate, and the mineral magnesium, which almost everybody is deficient in magnesium. So the nutrient content in chlorella, 1 tablespoon, which is about 7 grams. 7 grams of chlorella has 8.2% protein. Spirulina has 8.1. Chlorella has vitamin A, 118.7%. Spirulina only has 1.3% vitamin A daily value. Vitamin B1, chlorella has 10.4% daily value. And spirulina has more. It has 14.6% of vitamin, let's say, vitamin B1. B1, 14.6 for spirulina, 10.4 for chlorella, vitamin B1. Vitamin B2, chlorella, 23.1%. 23.1% vitamin B2 in chlorella. Spirulina has 19.2% daily value of B2. Vitamin B6, chlorella, has 5.9% of the daily value needed. And spirulina has 1.5% of vitamin B6. Folate has 1.6% of the daily value needed in chlorella. In spirulina, vitamin B6, instead of 5.9%, is 1.5% in spirulina. Folate, it's the same. The daily value in each of chlorella and spirulina and folate is 1.6%. Magnesium, chlorella has 5.3% of the daily value, and spirulina has 3.4%. And in iron, chlorella has 50.6% of the daily value of iron needed. And spirulina, instead of 50.6%, spirulina has only 11.1%. And zinc, the daily value in chlorella is 45.2%, spirulina only 1.4%. Copper, chlorella hasn't got any copper in it, 0. But spirulina is loaded with copper, having 47.2% copper. And that is the percent daily values, DV, which are based on the FDA's updated 2020 nutrition facts label for a 2,000 calorie diet. Your needs may be higher or lower depending on your calorie needs. While both are very nutrient dense, you'll notice that chlorella has much higher levels of iron, vitamin A, and zinc. And if you know you are deficient in one of these nutrients, then you want to take chlorella instead of spirulina. On the other note is that chlorella is rich in vitamin K1, which can affect blood clotting, usually decreases blood clotting. So consult with your healthcare provider. If you take blood thinning medications, you're going to want to know that chlorella has a little bit of K1 in it. It's rich in it actually, and it can thicken your blood. So spirulina has higher levels of copper, as we noted, and chlorella has none. So if you're an individual who has a rare copper deficiency, well, you're going to want spirulina. And there are some other notable differences between the two that could help you. And here's what you should know. Chlorella is a freshwater green algae that has been used as a nutrient-dense food source for many years. And nowadays, thousands of tons of dried chlorella are produced each year in the US and Asia for use as a natural functional food. Chlorella has a unique and beneficial nutritional composition, 55 to 60% protein, with all 9 essential amino acids. It is 9 to 18% dietary fiber and a significant amount of vitamins and minerals, according to the Handbook of Marine Microalgae. And here's what the experts have learned about chlorella in more recent years. Chlorella is higher in healthy omega-3s, with chlorella and spirulina having comparable and low amounts of fat. The type of fat that they contain is significantly different. Chlorella has been shown to have much higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, essential good fats, and the body uses to moderate or reduce inflammation, whereas spirulina has higher levels of omega-6 fatty acids, which are typically used by the body to promote inflammation. The type of omega-3 fatty acid found in chlorella is alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, the type also found in many seeds and oils, such as flax seeds. Most studies on omega-3 fatty acids have been done on EPA and DHA omega-3s, which are generally thought to be more absorbable and potent omega-3s than ALA. If you need significant omega-3 support, an animal-based option like krill oil, or fish oil is likely what you want. However, you can still benefit from the ALA omega-3s found in chlorella as well. While some inflammation is good, it helps fight off microscopic invaders and heal injuries, for example. Too much inflammation can damage healthy cells and contribute to just about every illness you can think of. Chlorella is a chlorophyll powerhouse. Chlorella has one of the highest chlorophyll contents found in nature. According to a paper in the International Journal of Advanced Research and Publications, which is compelling for a host of reasons. For one, chlorella seems to have an impressive detoxification capabilities. It will detox you. Research suggests chlorophyll molecules bind to toxins in the gastrointestinal tract and hold them there, preventing them from being absorbed into your tissue, so they are excreted rather than stored. These toxins include organic type 1s, such as herbicides, pesticides, and possibly mycotoxins from molds, as well as heavy metals. and plastics such as BPA and phthalates, which are being increasingly credited as endocrine disruptors and carcinogens. Chlorophyll also may have other cancer-fighting effects as well. It has strong antioxidant properties which help control the cellular damage caused by free radicals that can increase inflammation and the risk of all sorts of age-related illnesses. In an in vitro and small animal study, researchers in the Czech Republic found that chlorophyll helped inhibit the proliferation of pancreatic cancer cells. There are very few things for pancreatic cancer cells. Chlorella is one of them. Chlorella contains unique gut nourishing components. Chlorella contains chlorella growth factor, CGF, which isn't one thing, but rather a unique mix of amino acids, peptides, proteins, and vitamins working in harmony. The nutrient complex in the CGF helps stimulate the growth of healthy cells as well as beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn helps balance the gut microbiome. Chlorella also has the potential to be a good prebiotic thanks to its fiber and other nutritional content. That means it can act as a food for the good bacteria in your gut to feast on. It's feeding the good bacteria in your gut. According to lab research published in the Journal of the Science of Food and Agriculture, making this one more way chlorella contributes to gut microbiome, the microbiome balance. Finally, the enzyme in chlorella, including pepsin, help break down protein to promote healthy digestion. Chlorella may promote heart health. Taking chlorella regularly may help promote healthy cholesterol levels. And in a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled human study, participants with a high cholesterol who took 5 grams of chlorella a day saw a reduction in their triglycerides and total cholesterol after 1 month, compared to people who received a placebo. The researchers at Ehwa Women's University in Seoul, Korea, posit the chlorella may inhibit lipid absorption in the intestines, at least in part due to the carotenoids present in chlorella. Chlorella may modestly boost the immune health. Chlorella may help you stave off illness or recover more quickly by boosting the activity of natural killer cells, immune system cells that help remove sick or infected cells, as well as other markers of a healthy immune system. A human study published in the Nutrition Journal found that taking 5 grams of chlorella per day in the form of tablets or for just 8 weeks had an immunostimulatory effect in healthy people. So that's a little bit about chlorella. What about spirulina? Spirulina is blue-green algae, also known as cyanobacteria. that's grown in both freshwater and saltwater. Like Chlorella, Spirulina has long been considered a functional food. Unlike Chlorella, Spirulina is a photosynthesizing bacteria rather than a true plant algae. In the Central African country of Chad, people have been harvesting spirulina in lakes Bordeaux and Rombo for centuries. And if you've ever toasted St. Patrick's Day with a green beer, it may have been brewed using spirulina. So yes, it's a surprisingly festive microalgae, but it's better known for some of its other qualities. Spirulina contains phycocyanin, an impressive protein. Spirulina contains the protein phycocyanin, which researchers at Qingdao University in China and elsewhere describe as having promising anti-cancer activity. Among other benefits such as antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties, scientists believe that phycocyanin may contribute to helping stop cancer cells from spreading while killing off some of the cells themselves. Perhaps most encouraging, unlike traditional cancer therapies, phycocyanin appears to have few to no side effects. Spirulina. More on spirulina. It has a higher levels of GLA, which is a healthy omega-6. The gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, contained in spirulina is an omega-6 essential fatty acid. Essential, meaning that the body doesn't produce it naturally, and so it must be consumed in food. In general, people have an imbalanced proportion of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. However, the GLA behaves more like an omega-3. You may have heard of GLA as a beneficial omega-6 fatty acid found in seeds like borage, B-O-R-A-G-E, borage, and evening primrose. Borage is higher in these nutrients than the evening primrose. The GLA in spirulina may have mild benefits for decreasing inflammation in the body. And GLA, gamma-linolenic acids, seems to have an anti-inflammatory effect. The effect, which is why it's being investigated for improving a host of conditions, including reducing pain and swelling of rheumatoid arthritis, improving allergic reactions, aiding in breast cancer treatment, getting blood pressure under control, treating menopause-related hot flashes, and staving off osteoporosis with its anti-inflammatory effect. Spirulina can sometimes contain toxins under certain growing conditions, such as warm, brackish water contaminated with heavy metals or bacteria. Spirulina can produce high levels of toxins called microcystins. Microcystins. that are toxic to the liver. If you've ever been to a beach that's closed due to algae bloom, that's likely because the levels of the microcystins are too dangerous for humans and often kills the fish and other marine life. And I don't want to scare anyone, as it's not an enormous worry. But one study from the Université de Montreal in Canada found that out of 18 products, the researchers analyzed 18 of them, and 8 of them contained cyanotoxins that exceeded the tolerable daily intake values. Given the concern that the fact that harvesting and processing chlorella is easier process using chemicals, and I generally prefer chlorella over spirulina, says the author of this research. So that's why it's so important that when you're buying your natural remedies, that they should be certified organic. They've got to be the highest quality, so that you're not running into 8 out of 18 products of spirulina. 8 of 18, that's almost half that exceeded the tolerable daily intake values of cyanotoxins. So we got to be careful of that and get good quality spirulina. Now, the bottom line about this is that both chlorella and spirulina are nutrient-dense microalgae that share a number of health benefits. And it's recommended chlorella as being a healthier choice for the gut and detoxification. And because it's such a dense nutritional support. Chlorella contains more chlorophyll and other vitamins and micronutrients. Plus, it offers the unique benefits of chlorella growth factor, all without the potential danger for toxins that spirulina carries. When sourcing high quality chlorella, look for broken cell walls, which increases the nutrient absorption. And it is preferred, the chlorella pyrenoidosa over chlorella vulgaris due to its higher amounts of chlorella growth factor and protein and vitamins. There it is. That's all about chlorella. Now, I wanted to talk a bit about vaccinations, these COVID vaccinations. You want to detox yourself with a heavy metal detox. You want to detox yourself with a kit that would detox. Let's take a look here. You want to start with number 4486 over here on Health and Herbs website. You want a cleansing program, and you want to do this cleansing program before you get a vaccination, and detox yourself with a cleansing program with bentonite clay. And that also has that number 4837 fiber with bentonite clay. It's a kit. It comes with the number 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid to clean the bloodstream and clean up the liver. And it comes with that fiber powder. and you take the fiber powder in the evening, you take the liquid 1078 liquid, you take that in the morning. And you take enough of it to keep every bowel movement so soft that it's very loose. Then you add it, you're adding back enough of that 4837 fiber powder in there. Whether it's a teaspoon, a tablespoon, or 2 tablespoons, enough fiber powder to thicken the bowel movements. And you take that every evening, about 2 hours before bed. Actually, make it 2 hours before dinner. 2 hours before dinner, you have that fiber powder with a large glass of water. 20 minutes later, you have another large glass of water because that first glass of water went through your body with all that fiber, turned to a gel, and absorbed the toxins and all the nutrient and all of the liquid that's in your digestive tract. That's why you've got to have another glass of water within 20 minutes after you do the first glass of water with the fiber powder in it. You need to follow it with another glass of water. And you want to do that. You want to do that 2 weeks before you're due for the vaccination, so that you're totally detoxed. And it's a 2 week, and it's a 2 week program. So for 2 weeks, you want to do this 2 weeks before you get the jab. Then after you get the jab, the vaccination, you want to do it again for another 2 weeks. And you want to take a look at the heavy metal detox. That's number 4486 for that kit, 4486. But the heavy metal detox, that's what you want to take also in the morning with your 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid. That's cleaning everything up and causing you to have a looser bowel movement. You want a heavy metal detox that has chlorella, cilantro, coriander seed, garlic, and turmeric, and milk thistle seed. It's called a heavy metal detox. Number 1228. You want to do that a couple of weeks before you get the jab, and a couple of weeks after you get the jab. Okay. And you want to take, again, lots of probiotics. And let's take a look at a good probiotic, a good one. And it's number 1050. Number 1050, because it's 10 separate strains of probiotics. And at a 50 billion CFU. And it's number 2621A. That's the probiotic. That is a powerful one. 50 billion. It's number 2621A. And you want one of those in the morning and one of those at night for a couple of weeks before you take the jab. And a couple of weeks after you take the jab. You still want to take one in the morning and one at night. Then after that, you can drop it down just to one in the morning. Unless there's any kind of an infection, any kind of yeast infection, candida, fungal infections, then it's one in the morning and one at night until it's gone. Then it's one in the morning to keep it gone. Of a good probiotic like 2621A. So that's it. That's what we need to do to protect ourselves if you're mandated to take the vaccination, because evil people are going to take away your job or intimidate and threaten you until you do take the jab, because that's a lot of that going on. So that's it. That's it for that. I think we can take another quick question, a quick topic before we come to the top of the hour. So press your star key 2 times on your microphone if you have a question, topic, or a suggestion. I'm looking for an open mic. I don't see any open mics. I don't see anybody who's got a question, a topic, or a suggestion. But if you do have a question or a topic or a suggestion, you want to hear about something, you want me to talk about something, press your star key 2 times on your telephone. And I don't see anybody who has. So therefore, we have people who want to listen there. We have an open mic there in California. Go ahead.
Shalom, Dr. Burr. This is Sister Sharon.
Yes, Sister Sharon. Go ahead.
I bless you too, Dr. Burr. My question was concerning exactly what you were talking about the jab and so forth, and that MR2, that can't be corrected. People that take that shot, if they take the first and the second shot, is it possible for them to be able to detox that thing away?
No. And that is the problem. And they know that, and they know that, and they do that on purpose. This whole thing is a nasty hoax. And you got, and once again, follow the money. And when you follow the money, you wind up in the pharmaceutical industry's front door. So yeah, so it's a hoax. It's just a money-making scheme, and we'd be better off without it. It's good, but you know, and Dr. Fauci is a bold-faced liar, and yeah. So we got a huge problem with what's going on there, and all this forced vaccination, et cetera. Go ahead.
Well, you know, I had another question because it was said in the last couple of weeks. I know one family that their family member took the jab, and what gave one of the other family members, they think it transferred the Delta to them. The Delta virus. So the one who didn't have the jab is in the hospital for the Delta virus now, and the other one isn't.
Exactly, 40%.
There's a problem with those people who are taking the jab, spreading it now.
Yeah. 40% of the people who are getting COVID at this point, 40% of them have been vaccinated. They get it anyway. That jab is not about protecting you from COVID. That's not what it's about. But to say any more could
thank you very, very much.
Yeah. But to say any more could probably get me canceled.
I know that you are accurate. You are accurate, and I totally agree. 2 of my family members had COVID, and they did the cell detox, and then they did all the greens you just talked about.
Yes.
And in 4 days they were better. They went back and tested negative.
That's it.
Within a week.
That's it. The most important thing
for everyone to be encouraged.
Yes. Sharon, you're right on, and I'm glad that you brought that up, even though it's a forbidden topic. You know, we're not supposed to talk about it. We're just supposed to mindlessly do what they tell us to do, and that ain't working for me.
Not me either. So.
Right. Okay.
All right. I'll praise to a high and bless you.
Okay, sis.
100,000 times over. Love you.
All right, Sister Sharon. She is a wonderful caregiver. She has many people that she helps. She is absolutely the kind of people that you love to meet and you're lucky to meet. So we're getting here to the top of the hour. And I want you to know that I hope that I haven't got myself banned by big tech or whoever they are, because we talked about a forbidden topic. But that's the problem here, folks. We're supposed to sit up and we're supposed to sit down and shut up, and we're not supposed to talk back at our leaders, who are now not our leaders. They are our controllers. And I've pretty much had enough of it, and it didn't take much for me to have enough of it to start with. But anyway, that is a terrible topic and a terrible thing that's happening here in this world at this time. We've got this giant hoax going on. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. And my telephone number is 503-362-5899. My email address is Truman@herbalhealthreview.com, the website where I publish all this work and where you should go and fill out a member intake form so I can send it back to you with all the answers that you want. It's an online form and it's on the website, herbalhealthreview.com. Be sure and go on that website and fill out that member intake form. And let's go to Prophet Elijah and get a closing prayer. And let's go right over there now. Prophet Elijah, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. And well, we got a lot of information out there today.
Yes, we did. But see, the thing about it, the righteous has to be as bold as a lion. And that some things will not happen until we open our mouth. And that's what you're doing on this program. That's what we are doing. Yes, I'm ready to go ahead and have a closing prayer.
All praises to the Most High. I'm ready for that closing prayer. Then we'll open up all the microphones and we'll all praise the Most High together. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Praise the Most High. Father, we just thank you. We want to praise you because we heard what has been happening on the program today. Talking about the virus and the jab and all things like this, Father. But I come to you today because I leave no such room or foothold for the devil to give no opportunity to him under no service. Ephesians 4:27. Let that be fire in my bones. I speak life to the dead things in your life. Let that be joy in the midst of all what we discussed here today. I speak life to the non-existent things, and I call that thing to be. The Most High God wants to free from all that entangles you and never be entangled to the yoke of bondage ever again, to the vile thing and anything else that's like that. The Father is speaking loudly. He is showing us the blind, the lame, and widows, and the orphan, and homeless people in pain, weeping and wailing, people committing suicide, not knowing what to do. There is a great level of agony that many are going through right now as we speak. The enemy is using fear to create panic attacks so that you cannot hear that still small voice that is saying, come to me, all that weary and are heavy laden. The Father is saying, take his yoke upon you because his burden is easy and his yoke is light. I am sent to tell the world that whatever you might be going through right now, that is the beginning of creation. It was not so. By the divine commission that has been placed on me, therefore, I make a bold declaration to you today that whatever is not part of your true nature in the Most High God must give way. Tell it to get out now. It must move. I speak to the mountain of fear and doubt, and the mountain of chaos and confusion. Anything other than very good is not part of your original nature at creation, according to Genesis 1:31. Anything less than very good is not your heritage. You must not be identified with this. Your health, your wealth, your family must be very good. On the mountain that the Most High cannot level will remain. Only the sickness that is not healed because of doubt will remain. Know that there is nothing too difficult for him. The Father says that many will be set free, even tonight. Brothers and sisters, I am ecstatic to let you know that the battle with Satan, the enemy, has finished long ago. Emancipation call is sounded. You can walk in liberty. However, the choice is yours. You don't have to remain sick, frustrated, or reproached or shamed. You have been called into glory and virtue. From now on, sickness, failure, and poverty will no longer be identified with you. Believe it and receive it in Jesus' name. So be it. Dr. Birch, from this hour, everyone that sees you will know you are the seed which the Most High God has blessed. It is time for you to walk in that anointing. No mark of the enemy will remain in your life anymore. Only believe and call things into existence. Your mission on earth is well defined. It is to see the devil constantly humiliated and Jesus glorified. The Most High God said to you that he takes pleasure in the prosperity of his servant and friend. He is saying to you, well done, my son. Thank you for your time and diligence to deliver pertinent information for this season and blessings that we are in and the things many are facing concerning their health challenges and well-being. The Most High God continues to shower you with blessings. I end by saying that your mountains shall be leveled, your valleys shall be filled, and plagues in your life shall be destroyed. The spells of enchantment of the devil over your destiny shall be destroyed. This is your hour. Take authority over it right now. The knife of the truth is, you shall be set free indeed. I bring to you an open door to your covenant blessing. Satan has lost out. Jesus is glorified, so be it. Were you blessed by Discovery and Health Ministry? If so, tell someone you know who may be blessed also. Bless Dr. Burch in return. Pray about sowing into this ministry so Dr. Burch may be able to keep this information still coming freely to you, even though he's been attacked. At the same time, no weapon formed against him shall prosper, but be ever so kind to let Dr. Burch know that his time is not used in vain. Show him your appreciation for all that he does, whether in word or in financial support. A work is worthy of his heart, which is 2 hours of his time each week. Bless him, and you shall be blessed in return. So be it.
So be it. Let us open up to prayers. And thank you so much, Prophet Elijah. Prophet Elijah's telephone number is 334-868-3881. That's 334-868-3881. And I want to thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let's go over to the microphones and open them up, and let's all praise the Most High together. They're now all unmuted. All praises to the Most High, brothers and sisters. All praises to the Most High.
In the name of Yeshua.